Fuego! Fuego! Welcome back to the channel. We are joined by a special guest today, none other than Fuecoco. But in all seriousness, we actually have some stunning cards that have just been announced from the black and white set. We got a ton of cards that were revealed yesterday, but we have even more dropping today, and we're going to show all of those, as well as talk about a little bit of a market update for Destined Rivals. But let's just jump straight into it here. And this is what we have. Now, this is a new rarity of card that we're seeing for the first time. You can see, it might be a little hard to see, but it's BWR. PokeBeach is assuming that this is going to stand for black and white rare. So we don't know how difficult these cards will be to pull on the Japanese side. We also don't know how this is going to translate over to the English side, because these could just be promos. We don't know if this is going to be a new rarity in general, but you can see that these cards obviously look really nice with the texture here. I do think that these are going to be a cool design. So you got the Zekrom with the texture, and then the Reshiram. I feel like the Reshiram, at least in as far as this scan or photo goes, it's a little hard to see. Right, it's kind of a little hard to see. Not that you can't see it, but the Zekrom definitely pops a little bit more. So I don't know. I'm assuming it's going to look better in person, but just something that I was just observing as taking a look at this. And then they're also getting a Victini promo, which is red. So this one's a promo card. The other two cards are actually in the set. So very interesting there. I don't know if I like the red as much, even though, like, you know, red being my favorite color, but something about it for me, I think the black and white obviously is much more effective. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree, but this is the information that we have just coming out of Japan today. Secret rares of Reshiram EX and Zekrom EX were also revealed. They have a new rarity named BWR. This is presumably stands for black and white rare, referencing the monochromatic coloring of the cards. Now, also from June through August, Japan will be holding a Victini BWR battle tournaments where you use booster packs of Black Bolt and White Flare to build a deck and battle other players. Winners will receive the new Victini promo, which is the red one that we just referenced, in the same monochromatic style. Then all players will receive a 1-card booster pack containing 1 of 8 promo cards. The chase card will be the full art version of Sharon. Players will also receive 4 to 8 stamped energy cards. So you can see here's the stamp that they're referencing here as far as the promos go. And then on top of that, you can see here's some other cards that are stamped and an energy card that is stamped as well. So this is what we're seeing on the Japanese side. Also from June 14th through August 31st, players can also apply to a lottery to win a copy of the Victini promo. 2,000 winners will be selected to enter the lottery. Players are asked to hold a Black Bolt and White Flare deck building activity at home and report their experience to Pokemon. More details to be announced later. So let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments. Like, I'm really curious to know how you guys are feeling and what your theories are as far as this new rarity. I could definitely see, since this is going to be a specialty set on the English side, I could see these being promos potentially for each box, you know, with the black box and the white box. So we'll have to see if this even comes over to the English side and becomes a new rarity here as well. I don't know. I have no clue. It's too early to tell right now. But I do think it's kind of interesting. You know, they're changing so much as far as, like, they're doing a new set with all of the Pokemon, all 156 of Gen 5 getting IRs or SIRs, which is first off the bat crazy. And then you have a new rarity. They're just like, oh, last Scarlet and Violet set, yeah, we're going to introduce a new rarity as well. So they're really doing a lot off the rip here. So very interesting, and you know, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, and I'll keep you guys updated. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because we will obviously update you guys as soon as we have more information about it. But this set kind of shaping up to be kind of interesting. So very excited to get to the black and white set. Initially, I really wasn't. And the more and more information that's coming out, I'm kind of really excited about it. So we'll see how it goes. Also, I did want to talk about some Destined Rivals stuff. Just moving off into the back half of the video, we are seeing Destined Rivals booster boxes, as far as the English goes, at the lowest price we've seen them yet. Still very expensive, keep in mind, but they have dropped down to $169.99 on TCG Player. We're also going to be showing there is a place on eBay currently that does have them a little bit cheaper even, so I'll show that in a second. But box prices had dropped down to $275 before, and we touched on this kind of when this happened, and then we got the reveal of the cards, and the boxes went back up to around $320, but now we're seeing them drop technically to an all-time low. They're not that much lower than they were back here at $275, just $5 cheaper per box, but we are seeing them at an all-time low, right? So upon release, in theory, these should drop just like Journey Together dropped. I don't think it's going to drop as much because I think Destined Rivals is a much better set than Journey overall. So something to keep in mind there is just because these prices have dropped now doesn't mean that they're not going to drop upon release. That would be my speculation. However, the market is crazy. They could also just rise. It's definitely a possibility, but I would be willing to bet that they will drop upon release, at least to a certain extent. And then, so this is the listing for if you have to be picking up some now. Like I said, I'm not looking to buy at this price. I'm going to be waiting a little bit longer. But Football Pete is a eBay seller. If you're not familiar, does tons and tons of sales. So a super legit seller. And you have to buy 4 or more, but just keep in mind, you can get the price down to $256.49. So I just wanted to share that little bit of information. Currently the lowest price I could find as of this morning on anywhere that I could find. So Football Pete has the lowest prices. Just keep that in mind. And then also we are seeing, as far as the glory of Team Rocket, I wanted to touch on, we have seen the Mewtwo continue to drop in price now. You know, it was like $450 and $400, and now we're seeing it down into the lower $300 range already. So this is a Chinese card here, but these other ones are Japanese right here. So these are the currently lowest listed on eBay. $318, $318, $320 down here. So as of the recording of this video, which is early Sunday morning Pacific time, this is what currently is available for the Mewtwo, and we are already seeing, believe it or not, PSA 10 sales happening here. Like I know that PSA has a Japan location, and also you can pay for rush services here in the US. So I don't know how much of this is being graded from the Japan location. I don't know what their turnaround times are. I don't really know how that works. I've only ever graded here in the US through PSA. So I don't know if they're faster over there and they're not as backed up. I'm not certain. But you can definitely obviously pay a higher tier and get your card back much faster. But we have the Mewtwo going out in a PSA 10 already at $650. One as high as $670. So just to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of what we're seeing already as far as the PSA 10 first to market Mewtwo cards. And, you know, obviously this will continue to drop as well over time. Japanese, very easy to grade, really easy to hit a 10. So it's definitely going to be coming down, but first to market gets first to market prices. So that's kind of what we're seeing. And then also the Moltres as well. You can see now this is a little bit more all over the place. When I was checking out the listings before filming the video, you got people listing PSA 10 versions as high as 500, and then you have you know, I'll buy it now for 310. So all over the place, 310 to 500. So yeah, people listing really high as well, and you could see like 530, 478, 372. So maybe the Moltres needs a little bit more time, and you can see someone selling a pair here for $889. But you know, more first to market PSA 10s coming in, and then Heatwave Arena. Prices have continued to drop on Heatwave Arena, and this is what we're seeing on TCG Player. Now, TCG Player, as far as the glory of Team Rocket currently, everything is high on TCG Player. And on the Heatwave Arena side, things are lining up a bit more better to eBay. Maybe kiss higher in some regards, depending on some of these cards, but it's more leveled out now. And you can see, like, for example, Heatwave Arena booster boxes, which I feel like we're forgetting sometimes, and I'm forgetting because of all the Team Rocket stuff that's been happening. This is the other half of the set, right? So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, once we get the English release. But this is what we're currently looking at, $92 per box. And then you got the Ho-Oh at $150 and Cynthia's Garchomp at $234. And on the eBay side, we do have booster boxes just a little bit cheaper, right? $86, $87 here with shrink wrap is kind of the lowest that I can find here. And 86 right here. So this is kind of what we've been looking at as far as Heatwave Arena booster boxes go. So just keep that in mind. These were very expensive. They still are a little expensive considering MSRP is around 38 USD. When you do the conversion, give or take around 38 bucks, right? Just under 40. So definitely still expensive, definitely over double MSRP, but much more affordable from when they first came out. So definitely not a bad price, really, all things considered, for that. And we are also seeing Garchomp sales. You could see the price difference. You saw the Mewtwo and the Moltres going for pretty big numbers. And this is kind of what we're seeing for Cynthia's Garchomp for PSA 10 sales. Obviously, this set's been out for longer, so we have more PSA 10 copies already available. And $380, $360, $350, $330, and some as low as $300 for this card. So just wanted to touch on the PSA 10 sales of this card as well. I do think that it's interesting to see what people are willing to pay. For me, once again, I'm still waiting. I picked up some more of the more affordable art rares. Nothing crazy. Actually, I think it's actually pretty much just been the Houndoom. Now that I realize, I haven't picked up Ethan's Typhlosion yet in Japanese. It's on my list. Just the Houndoom from Team Rocket is the only card that I've ordered as far as that goes. So I'm going to continue to wait to see how far these prices will drop, but PSA 10 pricing, it is fun to see as well. And then another card that is on my list is Ethan's Ho-Oh. I don't know if you guys can see in the background, Pokemon Gold copy over here, Pokemon Gold Kid. So this is what we're seeing in PSA 10 pricing for Ethan's Ho-Oh, $240, $250, $260, $250. So pretty much around $250. You can see a set here with the Typhlosion and the Ho-Oh, which I do think is cool to have. The pair, obviously, $344. So keep that in mind. And then you got a Garchomp and a Ho-Oh, $455. Sequentially numbered there. So sequential numbers are kind of fun and interesting as well. Yeah, and then 500, you got the Ethan's Adventure thrown in here. So people pairing them up, making sales. That's just kind of a little bit of a market update off the back of the video. I just wanted to include it because prices are coming down. And just to give you guys a little bit of an idea of kind of like where the Japanese market's at. And obviously, it's not like a one-to-one comparison to the English side, but I do think it's worth like just keeping up with. So I like to keep up with the Japanese side as we get closer to release, and then following release as well, we can see like how far they drop and stuff like that. So that's all I have for this one, guys. Like I said earlier, let me know in the comments how you guys feel about those black and white cards. Do you think they're going to become promos? I don't know on the English side, but it is very exciting, and the set is starting to become more exciting the more information that we reveal. So looking forward to more of that coming out. I will keep updating you guys. We do daily, if you're new to the channel, we do daily Pokemon card videos. So make sure you're subscribed, and I will update you guys as soon as we have more information about the set, as well as other market trends, cards going up, cards going down, all of that good stuff. So, a great source of information for everyone in the Pokemon card market. So a huge thank you to everyone who watches, likes, subscribes. There's a giveaway video that should be popping up here if you guys are interested in entering that. But that's all I have for this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. And remember, I was never a phase. Fuego! Fuego! Go!